Good afternoon, Sarah Jane here from TYPP, just jumping on to let you know what the First Minister's announcements mean for TYPP in Glasgow. So I'm live just now on YouTube, Facebook group and our Facebook page. So if you have any questions, I can see them. Please just pop them up. I'm just popping this on my phone as well, just easier to see them. So first things first, Glasgow goes into Tier 3 as announced by the First Minister of Scotland on Friday at 6 o'clock. So that means that for us, like a category of fitness and gyms, we will be able to operate, but limited because it's Tier 3 from Friday at 6 p.m. So essentially from Saturday. So if you're a member with us, if you take sessions with us, your studio bookings account will now be available. You'll be able to book those sessions from Saturday. Our clinic is open as normal. So what that means, everything that we've been doing anyway, so in terms of podiatry, physical therapy and posture, no matter what tier we're in, that doesn't change anyway because we are healthcare professionals. We are allowed to operate under any tier. So the clinic is open as normal, so you can book as normal for that. Now, in terms of if you are new to us, so if you're new to us and you have never been and done Pilates Reformer before, with Glasgow being in Tier 3, we cannot run any new group courses. So if you wanted to do your Pilates Reformer sessions with us, you would have to take your course through the 1-to-1 course choice. Now, it's a difference of £20 compared to the group choice, so it's not a big price jump. The beginner's course, if you were doing it in a group setting, would be £80, whereas when you're doing it individually, you complete the course and it's £100. So if you were keen to get started, you will be able to book that from basically Saturday. You'd be able to start. That will then give you everything that you need. You'll go through your beginner's course with us so that you're then equipped to use the reformers with us and book studio sessions with us if you wish to attend those. The link, I'm sure I've put in this, but if you need it, I'll pop it into, I wonder if I can just pop it into the comments. I think that should probably come up. So you can book it through that link. Everything's on the homepage. Now, if you have been, basically if you used to attend TYPP prior to when the world went crazy, didn't it, in March, then how do you get back to your sessions? Well, for you, you don't need to complete the beginner's course because you're not a complete newbie. However, it's nearly been a year since you've been on the reformers and everything has completely changed in the studio since the last time you were in. And given we are under very strict Tier 3 levels, we've got to be really careful about how we bring people back into the studio, given that many of our clients are, well, our clients are our highest priority, as well as the guys that work in TYPP. So it is vital that you go through what we are calling a phased return. Now, we had been, when Glasgow was in Tier 2, we had been doing grouped phased returns, but we cannot do that while Glasgow is in Tier 3. So if you wanted to get back to reformer sessions, sooner rather than later, then you have to book an individual 1-to-1. It's basically called an individual return session to your classes. And again, the details of that are in that link. So you would just book on our homepage. And if I just pull this up, I'll be able to post the link for you directly, if that makes it easier. So if you're a client of ours in the past, but you've not been in since the COVID break, then you need to do a phased return. And I've just posted that link there for you. So you'll be able to book that there. That is not appropriate if you've never done Reformer before though. So please don't book that if you've never been in ever. So that's it. So we fully intend to just operate well. We put all of the strict protocols and temperature checking and COVID checking and social distancing measures and individual stations, all of that was done after the first lockdown. So you can be rest assured that we are safe. We have everything in place to keep you guys safe, and we are so pleased to report that we haven't had any over since we've been open at the end of August. We haven't had any reports or anybody getting COVID within the studio. So we are keeping everybody safe. When you're in the studio, you're very much socially distanced, and everybody's got individual stations. It's entirely different. If you haven't been in since the COVID outbreak, you'll be pleasantly surprised. It is a lot better. It really is. It is a lot better. So COVID has been stressful for us all, but actually there's been it's given us time to really refurbish TYPP. We spent most of the first lockdown. All the machines were refurbished by Rob, my brother-in-law, who did all that. We painted, family, friends, Linda, all the Shieldses, Jamie, Kirsty, Peter, all our friends and family came in and paintbrushes out, DIY. The place is looking fabulous, new flooring in, every room's been painted. Even the stairwell was all painted. Everything's completely changed. Everything's socially distanced. The mat room is no more. It's now called the playroom, and there's a kind of divider in that room, and we have 5 reformers at one end. We film and live stream sessions down the other end of that room. Then we have 9 reformers in the other room as opposed to 17. We used to have 17 people in a session at a time. We take the numbers have massively reduced now, some sessions being limited to 4 people. So things have massively changed. So we hope that, and actually we can see from our stats that we haven't had anybody, no contact tracing issues. Nobody has reported getting COVID coming into our facility at all. We've had nothing. And I think most gym and fitness places have a similar kind of statistic. It's just not the place that people are catching this. Tends to be more like getting into people's houses and stuff. So the other things that we've done is ventilation. So we are really blessed with having big open spaces, and this is a big thing for COVID because it's that ventilation. If you were going to somewhere that wasn't well ventilated, we have lots of windows, open space that allows us to keep the air ventilated and clean, fresh air coming in all the time. So rest assured, we have done everything to keep you safe. But I just wanted to jump on quickly, answer any question that any of you may have, and also just get this information out there. So you will be able to book sessions. We have got restrictions from this Saturday. So if you're a current and you've been coming in and using us, you can get booking. The sessions are live. We will be over the Christmas and New Year period when we usually would close for 2 weeks. We will not be fully closing. We will have a reduced timetable on because, let's face it, you'll all be stuffing your faces, but nobody's travelling anywhere, are we? So we appreciate that many of you will probably really like the idea of between Christmas and New Year being able to come in and do a reformer session. So rest assured, we are taking that on board and we are going to be open. So keep an eye out for that. We're still currently working on that part of the timetable, just coordinating with myself and Linda and what we are doing family-wise so that we can make that possible for you. But rest assured, clinic side, so if you're needing some physical therapy, podiatry, sports massage, if you're needing any posture treatments, biomechanics, these are all open as normal, and reformer sessions just change slightly, but rest assured they're still there as an option for you. So regardless of whether you are new or you haven't been in since the COVID outbreak, there is an option there for you. It does mean, unfortunately, that it is only in an individual setting, so no group return. So you have to book an individual session. That individual session is £50, so that there's full transparency there. So if you're coming back, your individual session includes everything you need to return, your one-to-one session on the reformer, your PPE pack, your tour, how to put on your PPE, how to now navigate your way around the studio, how everything works, how to get booked onto the system, because that's slightly changed as well. If you have any old credits, we activate your account and things for you at that point as well. So it takes a wee bit of time. And that's done on an individual basis. So if you want to return, that's how you do it. I stuck the link up for that. And if you're new, you just book the Pilates beginners course delivered on a one-to-one format, and that is £100. You get the full one-to-one course. That includes 2 individual one-to-one sessions with one of our teachers, either me or Linda. And you also get the online course content. So you go through some online content. There's a little examination at the end of that. It's not hard. Don't panic at the thought of that. All of that course information is there, all the videos, the tutorials of every move that you cover, and then you get a certificate attendance if you sit the assessment at the end. There is no requirement for you to sit the assessment. It's just a nice thing to do, and you also get a certificate of attendance if you do it. So it's quite a nice thing to do. So, and that costs £100. So, and that then gives you your PPE pack in that as well, I should say. And so when you come to the reformer sessions, you put on personal protective coverings over the parts of the reformer so that you're not touching areas that other clients would be touching. So you get that on your course as well. And that's all £100 to get started with that. Now, I should say as well, at the moment, we have a holiday promotion on the course. So it's actually a really good deal. You could do this if you were a returning client to us as well, if you so want. For £100, you're not only getting the course, but you're also getting 4 class credits on top of that. So what that means is that you get the full course, and then when you finish the course, you will have 4 credits on your account that you can use as you wish with our sessions with us in TYPP. That is worth a value of £54 in itself just for them. So yeah, you've got the link for that. If you want it, I'll pop up the link for the beginners course just now. So you have that too. So it's in there. So the full course details, when you go into this page, it will give you the details of the course, and it will also give you the details of the group course, which it clearly states that you can't book that because of being in tier 3. But you can then book the one-to-one. So there's a big button saying book one-to-one. And it's, as I said, it's £100. And if you're booking that, remember you've got that added bonus of the 4 class credits that will get added onto your account with a 6-month expiration on them. So please don't worry about expirations. And for those of you who are maybe catching this on replay, if you have any questions, myself, Ashley, Linda will pick up on this. I'm actually at home just now. We're clearly closed in the studio this week. And I'm doing university reports, so I'm working from home. But if I don't get back to you, Ashley or Linda will pick them up. So please don't hesitate to ask questions. But the good news is that we can operate on some capacity. It's not brilliant, but it is better than being shut. Anyway, I'll get off and let me know if you have any questions. See you all later.